Imagine your personal information, your photos, your messages, all exposed to a stranger. Sounds frightening, doesn't it? Welcome to the dark side of social media, a realm where your likes, shares, and comments can become gateways for hackers to infiltrate your personal space. The rise of social media has been meteoric. It's transformed from a simple platform for sharing photos and status updates to a virtual universe where we live, work, and play. It's our news source, our marketplace, and our platform for self-expression. But with every post, every like, every share, we're also sharing pieces of ourselves. And in the wrong hands, these pieces can be assembled into a dangerous weapon. The dark side of social media is not a fictitious concept from a dystopian novel. It's a very real threat that lurks behind every click, every post, every friend request. Hackers, skilled in the art of deception and manipulation, can exploit the information we willingly share on these platforms for their own malicious purposes. They can impersonate friends, manipulate your emotions, and even trick you into revealing sensitive information. And the scariest part? You might not even realize it's happening until it's too late. So, why do they do it? Why do hackers exploit social media? The answer is simple. Because they can. Because the vast wealth of information we share on these platforms is a goldmine for them. They can use this information to build profiles, to understand our habits, our preferences, our vulnerabilities. And once they have that, they can exploit them to gain access to our personal and professional lives. The question is, how do they do it? How do hackers exploit social media to invade our personal space? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the dark side of social media and explore how hackers use these platforms to launch their cyber attacks. One of the key tools in a hacker's arsenal is social engineering. What is social engineering, you ask? In the realm of cybersecurity, it refers to the crafty manipulation and deception used by hackers to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information. It's not about flashy coding skills or high-tech gadgets. It's about playing on human vulnerabilities, exploiting trust, and manipulating emotions. Let's delve a bit deeper into some common social engineering tactics. First, we have phishing. This is the digital equivalent of the old bait and switch. Hackers send an email or message that appears to be from a trusted source, such as your bank or a friend. The message will usually prompt you to click on a link or download an attachment, and voila, you've just handed over your personal information or infected your device with malware. Next, we have pretexting. This is a form of storytelling, where the hacker creates a believable scenario or pretext to obtain your information. They may pose as a tech support agent, a police officer, or even a family member in distress. The goal is to make you feel compelled to provide the information they need. Finally, there's baiting. This tactic is akin to the proverbial carrot on a stick. Hackers will dangle something enticing to lure you into their trap, like a free download of the latest movie or a hefty discount on an expensive product. The catch? You have to provide personal information or download a file to get it. These tactics are not the stuff of science fiction. They are happening every day, all around us. And they're effective because they exploit our natural inclination to trust and to help. Just when you thought it couldn't get any scarier, there's more. Ever heard of malware? Malware, the silent and invisible threat, is one of the most dangerous weapons in a hacker's toolkit. Imagine a seemingly harmless email popping up in your inbox. It's from a friend, a colleague, or a trusted company. You click on it, perhaps open an attachment or click a link, and just like that, you've unknowingly invited a malicious software into your system. This is malware, and it's every bit as stealthy and harmful as it sounds. Malware is a broad term that encompasses various types of malicious software, including viruses, worms, and ransomware. They're all designed with a singular purpose: to infiltrate and damage computers and networks, often without the user's knowledge. Take viruses, for example. Just like their biological counterparts, computer viruses attach themselves to clean files and infect other clean files. They can spread uncontrollably, damaging a system's core functionality and deleting or corrupting files. They usually appear as an executable file that users are tricked into running on their systems. Then there are worms. Unlike viruses, worms don't need to latch onto an existing program. They self-replicate and spread across networks, exploiting vulnerabilities and often causing significant damage. Perhaps the most sinister of all is ransomware. This type of malware locks down a user's files and data, then demands a ransom to restore access. Imagine being locked out of your own digital life and having to pay to regain control. But why does malware matter in the context of social media hacking? because it's often through social media that these harmful programs find their way into our systems. A click on a malicious link, a downloaded file, or even a seemingly harmless online quiz can open the door to malware. The digital age has brought us many conveniences, but it's also ushered in new threats. Malware in its many forms is one such silent and invisible threat that looms over our interconnected world. So, now that we know their tricks, how do we protect ourselves? Protecting yourself from cyber threats is not as daunting as it seems. Yes, we live in a world where the risk of cyber threats is a constant, but there are practical steps we can all take to guard against these digital predators. Let's start with the basics: your password. It's the first line of defense against hackers. A strong password is like a sturdy lock on your front door. It should be unique, complex, and not easily guessable. Avoid using personal information like your name, birth date, or common words. Mix it up with a combination of upper and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. And remember, no two locks should be the same. Use a different password for each of your accounts. Next up, let's talk about two-factor authentication, or 2FA for short. It's like having a second lock on that door. Even if a hacker cracks your password, they'll need a second piece of information to get in. This could be a code sent to your phone or a fingerprint scan. It's an extra layer of security that can make a world of difference. But what about the information you willingly share online? You might not realize it, but every post, every tweet, every photo can be a breadcrumb for hackers. Be mindful of the digital footprint you're leaving. Avoid sharing sensitive information like your location, work details, or family information publicly. Remember, the less information hackers have, the harder it is for them to target you. Finally, always keep your devices and applications up to date. Updates often include security patches for vulnerabilities that hackers could exploit. It's like reinforcing your door against new types of lockpicks. It might seem like a lot, but these are simple steps that can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to a cyber attack. And trust me, the peace of mind you get is worth every bit of effort. Remember, the best defense is a good offense. Be proactive, not reactive. Stay one step ahead of the hackers. After all, in the world of cybersecurity, it's not just about winning the battle, but preventing the war. As technology evolves, so do the threats. But fear not, cybersecurity is always one step ahead. In our rapidly evolving digital landscape, cybersecurity is not just a necessity, it's an imperative. It's an ever-changing chess game, where the grandmasters are the ones who are constantly learning, adapting, and innovating. And the future of cybersecurity looks promising, with advancements in technology playing a crucial role in combating cyber threats. In the battle against cybercrime, artificial intelligence is emerging as a powerful ally. Machine learning algorithms are being developed to detect suspicious activities, identify patterns in large data sets, and respond to threats in real time. These technologies are not just reactive but proactive, spotting potential vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. But technology alone is not the answer. Cybersecurity is as much about people as it is about technology. Continuous education and awareness about online threats and safe practices are integral to a robust cybersecurity strategy. The human element is often the weakest link in the security chain, and therefore empowering individuals with knowledge and tools to protect themselves is key. The future also sees the convergence of physical and digital security. The rise of smart homes and Internet of Things devices means that physical objects are now part of the cybersecurity equation. This integration is pushing the boundaries of traditional cybersecurity and inspiring new ways to protect our digital and physical lives. In addition, cybersecurity is becoming increasingly democratized. It's not just the domain of large corporations or government agencies anymore. Small businesses, nonprofit organizations, and even individuals are recognizing the importance of cybersecurity and taking steps to protect their digital assets. In this digital age, knowledge is power. Stay informed, stay safe. Remember, cybersecurity isn't a destination, but a journey that requires constant vigilance, continuous learning, and proactive measures. As we look to the future, let's embrace the advancements in technology, but also remember the importance of human vigilance and education. Together, we can create a safer digital world.